Hello, welcome to Life Rhythms, Tarot, Food, and Spirit. I'm still getting used to saying that, and I hope that, if not already, soon enough, those of you who have been loyal to The Real Deal Kitchen will migrate over here to this channel where I will be posting videos of more expansive nature, if you will, be including, as is the title, my tarot musings and explorations, as well as continuing with our journeys in the kitchen and with nourishment on all levels. So in the next couple of days, I'm going to be posting a video on the season that we're moving into, or that we're slowly moving into it. Technically, we are in autumn, which denotes the season of Vata and air and all things that are having to do with movement and potential instability. And so it's a time of year when we want to focus on regularity, grounding, a sense of stability in our schedules and things of that nature. And from the food nourishment standpoint, it is the time of year when we are thinking of more warming foods, definitely using fire, meaning cooked foods, and especially soups and stews. These are the quintessential foods of this that most of us associate anyway with this time of year, and are also organically the foods that nourish us most easily and thoroughly at this season. So they're warming, easily digested, and I'll speak more to that and the importance of that on the Vata focused video that will be forthcoming. For today, we have a couple of things going on soup-wise in the kitchen, and right now my wonderful partner is working on a potato leek soup. I've been wanting to make this soup, I'm honestly going to say, for years, for him, because he loves leeks and he loves potatoes, and it's creamy and comforting, and I'm so glad that finally, after 6 years of being together, we're making potato leek soup. So that's what we're up to right now. It is
on a day when I just want a pizza.
On a day when he just wants a pizza. Well, I don't know. Doesn't mean that pizza needs to be excluded for him. So it is really a wonderfully simple soup to put together. And so we're basically slicing up a couple of leeks, about, I would say, 2 cups worth. And this will be matched with about 4 cups of russet potatoes that have been peeled, and we're dicing them now. The leeks get sauteed in some butter. And I'm just going to give it to you the way that we're doing it. You can substitute a good quality oil if you want. I think coconut oil would be weird in this, so I think if you are averse to animal products, I would go with straight high quality olive oil probably, or cooking quality olive oil. Sauteing the leeks until they're soft. You don't want them to brown because we're looking for a wonderful pale creamy color as well. And once those are softened, we will add the diced potatoes. We will be adding some of the bone broth that I spoke of on a couple of videos back, which is housed right now in the Real Deal Kitchen. And so we'll be adding, we have about a half a quart of that, and I'll be matching that. We'll be matching that with about another full quart of water, because we have such a large amount of vegetable. And then once all of that is cooked, simmered, and everything softened, we'll also be adding a bay leaf to this. So once all of that is simmered and softened, the potatoes softened, we will add some, I am debating right now. You can add milk, you can add heavy cream, you can add buttermilk. I'm thinking of going along the lines of a mixture of some half and half and buttermilk. So that's the combination I'm thinking of. We'll add that.
Quart of water?
Well, yes, a quart of water. Did you add the stock already?
No.
Yeah, let's add the stock first. And once that's cooled, we will blend it. You can blend it in a blender. You can put it through a ricer. You can blend it with a hand blender. So any one of those things will work, but you want it blended because this is a creamy soup. You could, I guess you could have a combination of maybe blending some of it and keeping some of it chunky if you want some more of a toothsome texture to it, but we'll blend the whole pot. So that's what's actively happening. Last night we had some duck breast. I normally like to butcher I ordered a whole duck. I normally like to butcher the duck myself, but this is not possible these days, so I had the wonderful people over at the Meat Hook do the butchering for me. They sent everything over, the breasts, the legs, and then the carcass, as well as the innards. So we have all of the carcass and the wings and the innards, minus the liver, because I'm going to have the liver for lunch. I love duck liver. That we started simmering last night for a stock, and we turned that off this morning. We're letting everything cool. We'll take the duck carcass out, and my afternoon activity will be to take the meat off of the carcass. I'll set that aside in a quart container. We'll strain the stock, and then we will also be preparing a soup with the duck meat, and I haven't decided yet what grain I feel like using. Last week we made a beautiful chicken soup with barley and sweet potatoes. That was so good. We ate that for several days. And this is the beauty of thinking holistically about how you're working with your food in the kitchen. So if you've roasted a chicken, save the bones. So we had the carcasses, and I'm sorry if you may have turned it off already, if talking about carcasses and meat bother you, so I'm continuing on. So we saved the carcasses from 2 chickens that we roasted. Then there was also a duck breast that we just didn't get to eating, and so we saved that. We made a beautiful stock from that. We sliced up the chicken breast that was left, added that to the strained stock, the barley, cooked that up, wonderful soup. So you can extend, your food in many ways, and I have such pleasure in doing this, and I hope to communicate that and encourage people to start thinking more holistically. So rather than buying just a duck breast or a chicken breast or something of this nature, get the whole thing. Learn how to work with the whole, animal, if you will, because it's less expensive in the long run. You'll get so many more meals from it, and you have your hands in your food. If I've said it once, I've said it many, many times, and I will continue to say it. And even though I can't directly at this moment have my hands right in the food, knowing that I'm communicating that and sharing that is so important. And I think we have a question coming. Yes, thank you. A couple of bay leaves, 1 or 2. He's becoming so good in the kitchen. I love it. He's like, can I order my pizza now? He can do whatever he wants to do, but I appreciate that he is my partner in all of these things. He's going to rest now. He baked my apples this morning, and he's gonna chill out for a while this is cooking. And thank you so much for being with us here and coming over to Life Rhythms. And I hope that you'll enjoy everything that I will be offering here. And until we meet again, be well.